Rabbi A.B. Finkelstein of New York, he said, we put it in your favorite food outlets and you eat it up. So you already got that taste in you. So you're already going through a nervous system that's changing, and now you've been jabbed, and that's linking in. And now when the famine hits and desperate measures are needed, guess what you're going to do? You're going to shut that crying baby up and fillet him. All right? Little Junior's going to get eaten. That's the desperate times that we're coming into. They're going to be happy to roast the damn kid, man. It's going to be like, we about to eat good today.
Throw him on the grill.
Man.
It's a real baby back rib, bro.
Hey, you know, for real. We're making jokes of it, but this is not a joking matter. We're making jokes because we know the scriptures say that we're going to be all right. You know, Lord willing, of course. But you people that don't take heed to this word, y'all got tough times coming, man. Another besiegement and another straightness is coming upon us like in 70 AD.
Hey, yeah, it might not, it's not funny, but the Lord's gonna laugh at you when it happens.
Yep.
He said he's gonna mock at your calamities. You know, he's gonna mock when your fear
coming.
Coming at the desolation of the whirlwind.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Yeah, he's gonna laugh, man. He's gonna find it amusing. Because y'all laughed at the men of the Lord when the men of the Lord was piping and mourning unto you. So hey, when it comes time for, you know, for it to go down, you're gonna be crying out to the Lord, and the Lord he's gonna turn the cold shoulder to you, man.
Say, go cry to the God of Israel.
I'm saying.
So laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep.
Go pray to your ancestors, man. Go pray to your grandpops. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I got two of them right quick.
See if the Wakanda gods might just, you know, pop out and feed you some, you know, some
T'Chaka from the spirit that's come upon us and fed us.
Go now to thy lovers.
Yep.
No?
Yeah, what I wanted. Thinking of another one, but I got one right quick. We read it earlier. We'll have to bring it back. Lamentations 4 verse 9. They that be slain of the sword, with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Because think of they say when you go through a not just fasting, but a deep starvation, hey, everything changes inside you, man. Your body begins to eat itself. Literally from the inside, pulling out and destroying muscle tissue. It starts with the fat, then it goes to the muscle tissue, then it starts going into your vital organs. Shit starts shutting down. You start having hallucinations and stuff. We're looking at the zombies right now that are going to be starving.
Unless you be in the spirit.
Unless you're in the spirit.
Because Yahweh Shai fast 40 days.
Yeah, right.
And he endured all of that. He endured all the body eating at itself, the demons that it may put on you, you know.
Same with like, if you work out heavily, you know, you're used to, you know, building a muscle and eating a lot. And if you fast and you notice that some of your strength will be going and you also lose weight, man. Hey, but that's why them bodybuilders, they gonna be fucked up too.
Yeah.
Because they're used to a high diet, man. A high calorie content, you know? Yeah. They're used to eating, hey, they may have to eat 5-6 times a day, you know? Even when their body not hungry.
They feel it. My stepdad used to bodybuild. He used to say, he said, by the time your mind knows you're hungry, your body's already starving. He said, so to build muscle mass and all that, of course I didn't listen to him, but I'm not swole like he is, but he said, to build it, you have to compete, routinely rip the muscle, and for it to repair, you have to eat. You gotta keep putting them calories, particularly that protein in your body, depending on what how you're building. You know, then they will slim down the calories, and once the muscle mass is there, and then they'll do a certain something to trim that fat off. Well, they're gonna struggle. They're not gonna have any fat, and then they're not gonna have any. Then their muscle's gonna get eaten away, and they're done. You gotta go.
This is Ezekiel 4:16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
We're talking about that rationing. Still talking about the rationing of food. But eventually it's going to run out.
Not only that, but the shrinkflations that's happening. Shrinkflation.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're seeing that a lot of these products that you see in the store, you're used to them being a certain size.
Yep.
It comes in a certain quantity.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now that the dollar is devaluing, you're seeing that it's starting to shrink in size, so the quantity is smaller, but the price is a lot more higher now.
Like a bag of chips got more air than chips
Right.
now, you know?
And in that video,
it's like you buy a bag of chips, and you know how like when you almost done eating the chips, so all you gotta do is just it's in a corner and you just pour it down your like that. Well, it's like you buy some chips now that you damn near can do that now. You buy the chips and just.
hey, because to explain further in what you're saying, is either one or two things that they're doing. And they've done this. I'll show you how Esau has done the studies to figure these things out, what works in people's minds. You either are caught on the price of things. If you're caught up paying a certain price of things, they'll shrink the quantity that you get.
Yeah.
But if you're caught up on the size of things, I'm used to getting 12 ounces out of a soda. They can't shrink the quantity. People want to buy that can that's 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So what they got to do, they got to inflate the price because it's worth more now, or it costs more now. Okay,
So
now
this dollar it's abominable. It's an unjust weight, unjust balance, man.
Even like Fifth Element, in Fifth Element where you smoking a cigarette, the cigarette was only this big.
Yep.
Not say we smoke cigarettes or anything like that.
Right.
But the cigarette was this big and everything was a smaller scale.
yeah, downsize because to keep the price point where the UBI will be effective, but you got to take less.
And that's why it says that you won't be satisfied. After you eat it, you ain't gonna be satisfied. Because it's not what you're used to more.
Yep.
But now you got to get used to, adjusting, to a shorter quantity.
And what do these fast food and certain restaurants do? They'll change the product for a cheaper product, lessening the quality of what they're making.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, but they'll market it, we got the new type of French fries without the skins.
All
You know?
100% organics.
Yeah, they'll say that, but it'll be cheaper for them to sell that to you.
It'll be 100% organic, and then they'll up the price because they say it's organic. When
Same shit.
yeah, same shit.
I'll still finish this. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water. And
We were doing videos about Venezuela a couple years ago. What was the staple that children wanted? They just wanted milk. It was like, we just want leche. We just want milk. That's the one thing we really miss is milk. Because, children are raised on milk. They just want some. We get a little bit of rice, a little bit of beans, a little bit of, if we're lucky, we'll get a little bit of meat or vegetables or fruit. But milk was the one thing that they were really needing. They were not satisfied by anything else. Well, because of rationing. Okay? And people are going to be happy to eat beans and rice and what was it? It said water and what?
that they may want bread and water.
And just want bread and water. Okay? And bread is very cheap to make. Right?
That they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity.
It said it'd be what? Stony? Stony, yeah. Basically become hard for one another. No, the love of many shall wax cold. People ain't gonna be no more hookup deals no more. Ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be all cold-hearted, man, trying to swindle one another. That's the times that we're coming into. Scripture said the love of many shall wax cold. Like we were talking about with the neighbor, putting your gun on the neighbor. I still have it open. call the clock because I got old.
Take bacon in America. They're sufficient.
Yeah. It says here, but surely, it said, but surely there is no need to speculation on this concern. There's nothing on the evening news to suggest that there's such a problem even might be on the horizon. So let's have a closer look at the actual food distribution industry, compare it to the present direction of the economy, and see whether there might be reason for concern. It's what we're just talking about. The food industry typically operates on very small margins, often below 2%. That's how close to the heirs they have to produce versus what they sell.
So it's not waste.
It's not, they don't, because that's not efficient. 2%. Traditionally, wholesalers and retailers have relied on a 2-week turnaround of supply and anywhere up to 30-day payment plan, but an increasing tightening of the economic system for the last 8 years has resulted in a turnaround time of just 3 days for both supply and payment for many in the industry. This system that's still fully operative, but with no further wiggle room, should it take a significant further hit? Okay, there's no more wiggle room for that turnaround. Them killing that crop is probably killing their land. Talking about the farmers, it's not going to grow back the same, and yield, or if they do get it to grow, it's not going to yield the same type of strength that it did before, as well as the price of inflation. And we need our money up front to plant more, or we need the product up front to sell more, to pay you more, to buy more product. The loop is just tighter and tighter. But look, they've orchestrated a situation that's going to shut all this down, and it's going to come crashing down.
You know what Esau's doing? With all this, he's basically making it to where everybody, not just Israel, because you know we're under the curse, but the world is now going to be under that curse.
Yep.
We got to go to our enemy for the one of all things. So he has it to where, hey, you got to come to me if you want to eat, if you want to drink, if you want your life back, you got to come to me. We're the head, you're the tail.
You do what we tell you.
Yeah.
It's gonna come a time when the police hear them calls on the radio. It's like, fuck that. I ain't going.
Too many calls.
Hey, the other article you pulled up was that 50%. What city was that?
Oh yeah, Seattle.
50% is about to resign. 50%.
They want to take the Vanessa.
What was that? Or the chief of that was that Missouri?
It's a small town in Missouri.
Small towns in Missouri, they all quit.
Well,
even the
that's
chief.
setting up the stage for the UN troops.
Yep.
And UN troops don't answer domestic calls.
No, they don't get cats out the tree. They don't stop robbers. Yeah. They put the people in order. And they really are coming in place so anarchy doesn't destroy the things that's happening to the places that they care about, like the government buildings and certain places like that.
World order troops.
Yep.
They don't stop school shooters.
Nope. Nope. They're not gonna go talk and coerce the guy off the edge from jumping, and people gonna be jumping left and right. You know, like you said, the guy jumped the last week or the week before.
From the stratosphere?
Yeah, from the stratosphere. Exploded all over the pavement out there. All on cars across the street, halfway up the pole out there. That's because people are bugging out and losing the comforts and the assurities that life had to offer them in this place. The freedoms they thought they had. As these liberties and freedoms are being taken away, and your children are being taken from you as well, as a major sign that the government is taking everything from you. I'm gonna get my channel structured saying that word government. That's about it. You know, but when these things happen, the people are gonna bug out and start going crazy, killing each other and killing themselves, man.
Yeah.
Not to be subjected to the things that are going on.